Hello everybody, it's Emery48 here and welcome back to another Marvel Monday. Today we are diving into Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the second of the Spider-Verse movies. And it's a mixed bag for me. I really enjoyed it overall. I want to get that out of the way first. I don't want to hit criticisms and make people think I didn't enjoy the movie. I really enjoyed the movie. I can't tell if I liked it better or worse than the first one. There were things that I inherently enjoyed more about this movie and things that I liked less. First of all, they got rid of a lot of the cheesy, corny edits that I did not enjoy in the first movie, which was actually really surprising. I thought that theme would carry on, as it is still a cartoon movie, a comic book movie, but they got rid of it in the fights, which was the big thing for me. I didn't enjoy it in the fights. If you want to do it in the storytelling and in the gathering scenes, that's fine for me. It was the fights that it kind of ruined the epicness. So that was a big positive. I think overall the movie was much more emotional, with the parents and with Gwen. Just in general, the emotional connections were at a higher strain than in the first movie. I have learned from myself that I tend to prefer superhero movies once they actually understand how to use their powers and are just growing from there. So I think seeing Miles Morales in more of a true form of Spider-Man, I enjoyed more. I didn't enjoy the Spider-Man agency. I think if you did the movie with Spot and gave the way for Gwen to be able to travel through the dimensions. Oh, excuse me. I think this movie is really good. There's no conclusion to this movie. Spot is never fought in his true form in the right world. What's the point? Why are we doing a cliffhanger for this? It's not part one. Can we finish a movie before we go make another one? I don't get it. Really don't like that. Not being able to conclude a movie, it annoys me. This is not a TV show. It's not a cliffhanger at the end of a season. This is a movie. I should be able to end the story in the movie. And it's been 2 years and we don't have the third one? So okay, cool. At least when Wicked did it, you knew it ahead of time and it was coming out the next year. So that's really annoyed me. I think we already branched out in the first movie and got other Spider-Men. And this one went a little over the top. I don't like the whole evil agency of Spider-Man like that. The Spider-Man Mafia. That to me, it doesn't interest me. I want to see the Spot fight. And I'm now annoyed that the Spot fight is the boss, the main villain of the next movie. We're gonna just carry over all the villains because it's gonna be the Spider-Man. You're gonna have to deal with Prowler. It's all the same people. Nothing's new. You now left us with nothing new for the next movie. Actually, no, I liked it less because of the ending. The ending made me like it less. If it ended normally and let us fight Spot, yeah, great. But no, now we have 3 boss fights that we know we're going to have in the third movie that we don't get to see in this one. We really barely fought Spot, for the most part. We had 2 fights with him. The first one was kind of cheesy, and the second one was just cut short. So, no. That's annoying. I do really like the character development. I like the impact of Gwen in this movie. I think she was a cool character. Miles was less of the focus from the first movie. He was definitely still the main character, still the focus, but we went 15, 20 minutes without seeing Miles Morales in this movie to start the movie, which I wasn't expecting. A big focus on Gwen, and I liked her connection with her dad. That was, again, the emotional connections in this movie were significantly better than in the first one. The fights were still good. when they occurred, it felt like there was more time without fights in this movie than in the previous one. It felt like it was lacking a little bit of action, and definitely none of the epicness. The first movie had this epic, grand battle. You didn't really get that. I mean, there was a thing in India, but it wasn't. It didn't feel quite as epic. Well, it wasn't quite as epic. A building was falling over, not the whole universe. Different levels. I did like India, but Spider-Man. I thought he was a great character. Wish we could have seen a little bit more of him, but I get why we didn't, so that's fine. Getting Peter back was cool. For how long you had to wait for him in the movie, I was expecting to not see him. But he's cool. Holy cow. British Spider-Man, really cool. I think they added cool Spider-Man. I just don't like Spider-Man villain. I think it's just kind of a waste. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Let me know if you disagree with me on that in the comments, because I'm open to being disagreed with when it comes to Marvel. But overall, this movie, I think I have to rate lower than the first one, purely because the first one ended. The story was done. Yeah, we continued on. There was something to go to next. That's how you end a movie well if you want to make another movie. But you end the first story and kind of set up the possibility for another story. I don't want to be sitting here. If I watched this when this movie came out, I'd be so annoyed. Because I still might have to wait a year or more. And I watched this movie 2 years after it came out. That's pointless. Yeah, the endings really annoyed me, actually. Up until the last 5 minutes where I thought the movie was going to actually wrap up, I was really enjoying that movie more than the first one. That's annoying. Okay. Yeah, that's what I have on Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I mean, now I'm locked in. I have to watch the third one, but I'm annoyed about it now. Let me know your thoughts on the Spider-Verse films, 1 or 2, in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.